हमारा प्यारा देश भारत आज बहुत गहरे संकटों में है। भारत में लगभग 4.5 करोड़ कोर्ट केस लंबित हैं, जिनमें से लगभग 10% यानी करीब 40 लाख केस 10 साल से भी ज्यादा पुराने हैं। लगभग 7 लोगों की मौत हर दिन पुलिस या न्यायिक हिरासत में होती है। दिल्ली, मुंबई, बैंगलोर में बढ़ती जनसंख्या के साथ जीवन की गुणवत्ता का स्तर लगातार बिगड़ता जा रहा है। पेड मीडिया ने जरूरी खबरें दिखाना बंद कर दिया है और भारत की जनता का मानसिक स्तर भी निरंतर गिराता जा रहा है। उम्मीदों के हिसाब से औद्योगिक प्रगति नहीं हो रही। सरकारी नौकरियों के लिए बढ़ता पागलपन दिखाता है कि प्राइवेट सेक्टर में नौकरियों की काफी कमी है। अमीर और गरीब में अंतर निरंतर बढ़ता जा रहा है। भारतीय सीमाओं की बात करें तो अरुणाचल और लद्दाख में चीन हमारी जमीन पर कब्जा करके बैठा है। मैं आपको सिर्फ डराना नहीं चाहता। इन सभी परेशानियों का समाधान है, पर आपकी बड़ी-बड़ी पार्टियां, भाजपा, कांग्रेस, आप, उन समाधानों को छुपाना चाहती है। ये सभी पार्टियां एक दूसरे पर आरोप लगाती है, पर कोई सही समाधान नहीं बताती हैं। राइट टू रिकॉल पार्टी ही इकलौती पार्टी है जिसने ऐसे कानूनों के प्रस्ताव अपने मैनिफेस्टो में डाले हैं जिनके आने से भारत में असली व्यवस्था परिवर्तन
country is suffering due to a lot of problems. As you see that our country is suffering due to mismanagement of resources and improper laws. However, I'm not trying to make you fearful, but I'm trying to bring you the real picture of our country. In Northeast, Manipur is burning since 1.5 years. China has been occupying our country's wealth, our country's land, and we are fighting amongst ourselves. Our leaders have the permanent solution, but they don't want to show you. The parties which are in the power can bring up this solution, but they don't want to bring up this solution because if they come into we get the power, ultimate power, then they will be always afraid that if they doesn't work, then they will be pulled out of their chair. So what are the solutions? I'll tell you in just few minutes. I'm the candidate for Malabar Hill 185 constituency from Right to Recall party, and my logo is pressure cooker EVM machine 3. My name is Advocate Ketan Bhavne, and I'm here to bring a gist which laws we are proposing for the change in our country, and that these laws are not only the simple laws, it are revolutionary laws. In America, these laws are used, and that's why we see that America and most of the developing countries are much more progression because of these laws. As you see, first law is right to recall law. Right to recall law means the power to recall your vote which you had given to a certain candidate who has been occupying the seat for 5 years from now. If you have the ultimate power that if that candidate which you had been elected is not working, then you can withdraw your vote from that candidate, and certainly he will get under the pressure that his votes are falling, and when the votes are falling, the next candidate who is the second lead will be getting the opportunity to come up and show his power and show his execution. That's why it will become more impactful and bring up the pressure on the person who has been elected by your vote. So under this preview of the right to recall, we will be having district magistrate, district police commissioner, district health minister, district health officer, district medical officer, district educational officer will be under the preview of right to recall. This will help to improve the standard of living and also the law and order in our constituency. And we have drafted 40 laws. If they become acts and came into the gadget, will definitely change the situation which we are facing right now. India is suffering like hell, and Mumbai especially, being an economic capital of the country, when right to recall law will come into existence, it will become a revolutionary law, because it will be giving ultimate power to the voter. Because we see when a candidate has been elected for 5 years, he does anything or he doesn't do anything. He'll be sitting on the chair and no one can remove him from his place until and unless there is a motion. And for that thing, we have proposing vote vapsi and right to recall. Even Bhagat Singh had spoken about this thing. Mahatma Bhagat Singh, I would say. Mahatma Bhagat Singh also had spoken about this thing, about right to recall. He said, if the citizen doesn't have a right to recall, power of right to recall, then the democracy will become mockery of. So, to recall. Then second law is Khanij Munafa Batwara. Khanij Munafa Batwara means a mineral royalty for distribution. Now, when you see around yourself, you will see everything is been made out of minerals. minerals like metal, iron ore, silver, gold, coal, cobalt, everything is made out of some minerals. Now, when these big gigantic companies take contracts or pay royalties for minerals, what is the royalty? You might be thinking they might be paying for 1 acre. For 1 acre, they are paying 1 rupee per acre. Suppose, and they are digging out of crores of rupees per year. I mean, at least 10 crore rupees minimum they might be digging. That's why they are paying 1 rupee royalty to government. Now, suppose if this 1 rupee royalty has changed into 1 lakh rupee per year, then I promise that there will be no poverty in our country. We can remove GST and bring the facility using the royalty money from the minerals for every citizen, and the traders will be free from the GST and they can work on it. This is my second, and the second law which we are proposing is remove GST and bring empty land tax. What is this thing? Means there are certain land which are totally empty and unuseful, but just because some people had investment capacity, they had occupied those land, those departments, those environments, residential areas, and been holding it, and that's why the land cost is going up. The flats and the shops which an ordinary person want to buy for himself, for his family and for businesses is very difficult for him, so he rent it out, and the rents are also very high. In that case, when this law will be implemented, process will force people to sell out their empty land which are not any of use, which are not in use. That's why, and it will bring up proposing some few gist of the problem, solution to the problem which our country is facing. So we had drafted more than 40 draft laws for the betterment of our country. I think there are 2,700 political parties in our country, but I do not know any party which have brought up a draft law, a written draft law, as a proposing for solution to the problems which our country is facing. So, being a candidate of Right to Recall Party, Malabar Hill 185, kindly vote me, Advocate Ketan Bhavane, for this election campaign. Thank you so much. I will be putting the links to the manifestos of our party. The manifesto consists of 40 draft laws. You can go through it. I know that definitely when we are working on a certain level, we'll bring up the solutions. And I also will put some links in the description for further videos which you can see and learn more about our party, our solutions which we want to bring, what are the real menace in the society and how we can deal with this thing, and what what the politicians are really doing in the being elected members, still what wrong they are doing. I'll be talking about those videos, those things also in further videos. Thank you so much.